Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The White Ribbon. And this movie came out in 2009 and is directed by Michael Haneke, if I said that correctly. This is a film that's been on my watch list for a while, and I really loved this movie, surprisingly. This movie isn't a fast paced film, nor is it very plot driven, but it works because there's so many other elements at play that make it very interesting to watch. And on a technical standpoint, it's pretty great. It's very well shot throughout the entire film. It's all in black and white, and I think that adds to the film itself. And it takes place before World War One, and shows off all these different characters and what their lives are like, basically. And that's really what kept me going throughout the entire experience. And all of the performances I thought were pretty great. Even the child acting was great as well. And all of the characters in this movie are very well defined. Some characters have more screen time than others, but you at the very least get a good understanding of these characters and what their mindset is like, and how over the course of the film, as you learn more about them, what their mindset is like and how they think. And I really enjoyed the somber tone of the film. And, there's very little things to make you laugh or smile, except when it focuses on the teacher character. Those are the only times where you get somewhat of a smile, or some happiness is inserted into the film. Not saying that those elements are a distraction from the overall experience, nor do they take away from the film. But it is nice to see those things, and it doesn't subtract from anything from the film. If anything, it adds to the film, and mostly because they're great characters that are being focused on. And each scene in this movie has a lot to soak in about it, and I really enjoyed the conversations that characters had. I found it all to be very interesting. The film is also very thought-provoking throughout, especially once we got to the end. By the end of the film, I realized I'm kind of thinking about this movie a lot, and the more I think about this movie, the more I like it, and how just everything that's in play just fits in to this movie very well, like pieces of a puzzle almost. And there's a lot of storylines in this movie, but I never once felt as though any of them were dragging the movie down. Each one has different things going on in it, and there's a lot to take in. And despite this movie not having too much of a story going on, and it's mostly just watching these characters, I didn't feel as though the movie wasted any time. Despite that, I was always entertained, and the movie is 2.5 hours long, and it's not exactly a fast-paced movie, but I didn't feel the runtime, surprisingly, with this movie. And I also like certain choices in this movie. One of them being the way characters talk in this movie. It's very black and white in a way. No pun intended, because this is a black and white film. But it's true. It's either one thing or another thing, and there's no other way around it with these characters. And I feel as though that adds a lot to the universe in which this movie is taking place. And I also like the choice to have any violence to be off screen. And what I mean by that is if a character is being tortured or beaten, you never once see it. It's always off screen, and I like that choice. It never takes away from the violence, it just leaves it up to the imagination, and you can just fill in the blanks in your head as to what's going on. And also, it's kind of like cheating it. If you were to show it and it didn't look great, it would be just not showing it works better because you don't have to worry about having to cheat it, really. And also the way that the violence is executed in the film was very effective, because that can easily turn into something really comical and over the top, but they always keep it grounded, both with the characters and the writing of the film and how it's all shown. And that's really what makes it work for me in this movie. And one other thing to mention about this movie, whenever the film does go over to a story and tries to have something compelling, it is effective in that way. And it always hits the emotions that it's trying to. And without spoiling anything, and nothing really happens in this movie aside from dialogue. Like, that's most of what you get out of the movie. It's just dialogue and characters talking to each other. And that's about all I have to say about The White Ribbon. I thought it was excellent. I would happily watch this movie again. I would recommend that you check this movie out whenever you get the chance, because I just thought it was really, really great and basically a masterpiece. I'll say it right now, and I don't know what else to say about it. So with all that being said, I'm going to give The White Ribbon a 10 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of The White Ribbon, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Lean on Pete. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.